Okay, so good evening, everybody. Uh, I think I cannot hear you at all. Okay, so here we have Jarinet is over here. Hello, Jarinet, and a lady. Hello, a lady. All right. Okay, I'll make this over there. All right. So let's see who else joins the session, so we can get started as soon as we can. Hi, Jarinet. Now we can see you there. Very good. All right. Okay, so let's try with Miguel from Tao. Can you test your mic? Because I couldn't hear you when you joined. I
Check here. Can you
okay,
hear me now?
and now we can.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should get started. Either way, this session is going to be recorded for those who could not make it today because of different occupations or different meetings that we're having. They can see this video later on. So let's get. I think we could get started, Miguel from Tao, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the people from the board is here. I'd like to know who's on Read AI meeting notice. That's you, right? Or is that
That's
a companion or something?
yeah, that's a companion.
Okay, good. All right. Well, guys, nice to see you again. Nice to finally see you. It's been a long time, and we've been battling to keep this going, and we are finally winning the first of the many battles we're gonna keep on fighting. Because
That's
I know
right.
it's gonna be quite a journey to get back on track. But are the first steps we have.
Correct.
So first things first, Miguel Perez and I are the so far remaining members of the past board, and the state reps are still working. But I mean, everybody has been a little bit away because we haven't been able to carry on with the activities we want. However, we made major changes in the institutional changes that had to be made, and we're taking back the legal aspect of the organization. We're finally back on track regarding the legal aspects. And to do this, we invited past presidents and past members, people who have been in Ventisol for over 20 years, or somehow 15 years, that love the organization and volunteered to 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 join an interim board that will carry out this transition to what's coming next for the nation. So some names I'm gonna mention. We have Luisa Cristina Alvarez. We have Evelyn Izquierdo, Olga Galarraga, and Nisi Zanli. Some past members that are somehow into helping, but their 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 schedule is a bit tight. Ernesto Lisboa, it's also collaborating with us, and of course we are hoping to have you all on board too. The idea is just carry on. We just want to carry on and straighten all the diesel activities as we used to mm, to do, and we are also considering doing this now, which is the I think the right moment, because universities are coming back as usual. We're having more face-to-face classes, even though the universities are going through rough times. Students are coming back to schools and to universities. So we also want to take the chance to have all this new blood, and join this new era, because this is a totally new era for us. So that's the plan. We're basically restructuring the board with the help of past members who have been um, through other boards and periods of the organization. They are our consultants and our guides in this process. And I don't know, Miguel, if you have something to add to that, but we're basically going back legally as we should, right?
Yeah, I was going to add that the main thing here is that we want to, as Miguel Frontera already said, to provide like the legal foundations to have then TESOL last in time, last as many years as possible. That's what we're trying to build up everything that needs to be built, because as you may know, those who may be already entrepreneurs and have their own companies, having a company or having an organization also requires many legal aspects to comply to. Senior, the uh, FAOB, a bunch of things, that needs to be done. Even though if it is a non-profit, all of that needs to be done in order to have the everything updated, okay, in order to be completely legal in all senses. So we need to make sure that we are on that path, so we can also um, try to pursue different projects, because that's also one of the main requirements from sponsors, uh, that we need to be a legal association. We need to have legal registered members as well, and even for elections, because what Miguel mentioned about these past presidents and past members of different boards, is that they are going to be transitional. Um, they're going to be, yeah, part of the transitional committee, because we also need to host, or we need to hold new elections. Okay, but we cannot hold new elections if there are no um, if there is no way to spread the word. And the only way to spread the word is by bringing back some of the projects and carrying out new projects. And once we have the proper foundations, then yes, we're going to be carrying out proper elections, which also need to be notified to CNA. Okay, so that's also something that is very key in that. So we do everything completely um, according to the book, according to the rules. Okay. We are.
Transparency, I think it's a
Yeah.
key word here, because we understand that many people don't know how these elections are being carried out, and our two past elections were throughout the whole struggle of the economical situation we had in the country, and then the pandemics. So all those elections were as transparent as possible, but this time we are under the association law, the ONG, Ley de
Hmm.
Asociaciones Civiles y Organizaciones sin fines de
Yeah.
lucro, which is they have a big loop on
Mm.
organizations like ours. So we are making sure that everything is transparent, so we don't have to deal with any fiscalizations or any kinds of mm, drawbacks we can have
Yeah.
from the government. And um, from for our from our point of view, everything is going Well, and we have already asked our legal counselors and organizations that follow the rule, and they have all papers in rule, never never are never bored, but or never touched by the government. So we want to be in that group of organizations that are practicing or doing the activities normally with no problems.
Yeah. And as we have mentioned, we're trying to develop different projects in order to collect funds for Ventisol. Because as you may know, as a non-profit, we need to find funds to keep the organization going because there are fees that need to be paid. We have uh, an accountant to pay for all the work that he or she needs to do for all the bills that we're going to be having as soon as we get all the uh, how do you call that, all the factureros.
Yeah.
um, so everything
Okay.
needs to be like very, I mean, we need to be very picky about that in the sense of everything that every single bolivar that comes into Ventiso that is justified. We're working right now on to also opening a new bank account for Ventiso only, so everything that has to do with Ventiso goes straight over there. Um, we're also working on having um, on getting Ventiso its own headquarters because that's also very important too. Even if it's not a huge place, but at least an office, but a legal place um, where things meetings can be carried out, and if there is any paperwork that needs to be submitted, they can send it over there. So but for that, once again, we need funds, and those funds need to come
Yeah.
from the projects, essentially from the projects, but we're trying to figure out that how to make Ventiso sustainable through time, because even though it's a non-profit organization, well, there are bills to, I mean, bills need to be paid. Okay. And in the case of different projects, as we were carrying them out before, you know, all the transportation and coffee breaks, and I mean, that needs to come from somewhere. Okay. And we need to try to make Ben Diesel as independent as possible. Of course, if we get sponsorship from any organization, they're more than welcome because we're going to keep on developing and these projects and reaching out to more people. Okay, but Ventiso in this new era needs to be a more independent organization. Okay, and that's what we're carrying out. One of the projects that I'm going to mention is um, it's a program. Okay, it's going to be a course that we're going to be implementing for essentially for language schools, because we already know and we have already experienced that many language schools are, across the country are hiring people who only speak the language but do not have the pedagogical background to teach the language. So we're developing a program to implement it across the country. Right now, we have already talked and we have already agreed with an institution in Portuguesa that is called Cleveland Institute. They wanted that service, and we're going to be carrying it out with them as a trial, as a first attempt to once again get funds for Ventisol to keep on uh, working on different projects. That's the main idea. So that's one of the things that we're going to be launching very soon. Miguel is going to talk about Ventisol cafes as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I like to mention that all this golden era of Ventiso was mostly sponsored by the U.S. government. We have no chances to do that now. Not only because of the legal aspect, the support from the Department of State was limited somehow due to the legal aspect. But now we know that there are some other restrictions, and we don't want to get to this same position. So um, I I was talking to the new board, and we can't rely on anybody else's support. That's why we are focusing on making Ventisol sustainable by our own means instead of waiting for somebody to come and help. Be sustainable, and we all will be in volunteer positions, but the operative operations required some money, and it's to give you the chance to go to places, to do activities, to host conventions, to having you traveling from one state to another for to be a presenter or to help hosting an event. So that's why we're talking about this money thing, which is really important right now. Um, well, about one of the starting points is something we mentioned in one of our last meetings, which is the Ventisol Cafe. This idea was on hold due to all we have mentioned. But let's take it back a little bit. The idea of the Ventisol Cafe is having a relaxed meeting or relaxed greeting, meet and greet with teachers from your communities. In this event, you're key because the idea is having a place where we can have some coffee and some snacks with teachers and get close to those people and let them know what Ventisol is and what they are doing and share with them our idea of Ventisol and also collect information on what they need or what they would like to do. What would they want Ventisol to do for them? So this would be or could be monthly meetings or I don't know, depending on the time you have, maybe monthly meetings, but not with the same group, but with different groups you can get. So we can start building up the volunteer groups, and also we'll invite members to register in the organization. All right, we're gonna go back to the beginning. So we're gonna get new people. We have lists of people that are enrolled in the organization. Some of them are not in Venezuela. Some of them might not want to continue with Ventisol. So what this Ventisol Cafe would offer is the chance to get close to people that probably we know, people we don't know, people, teachers that might be afraid. And this is I think this is a very big percentage of people. Sometimes we have English teachers that don't master the language and they're a bit afraid of speaking in English. So we could invite these people to these meetings and let them know that we're here to support them, to give them best practices, to share best practices with them, um, to practice a little bit English with no fear of judgment or any kind of restrictions, so we can open a different scenario for those people. So this Ventisol Cafe has that intention of getting along with people, getting to know them, and getting all these people joining the organization. That's the first project we have. Now Miguel is going to talk to you about another project.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, we got the idea of sister schools. I know this is also a very common project in some states in the U.S., like sister cities. In this case, it is for our case, it is a school that is going to be partnering with Ventiso in order to host different events. Of course, if this sister school is hosting an event, their participants, their teachers are going to be getting a discount for participating in the workshops or in the conferences. But we need to go out and reach out to them. We need to knock on doors. Of course, I'm pretty sure that all of the binational centers in Venezuela are going to be willing to be part of this project. But we also need to knock on doors, knock on different language schools, but not only language schools, but also schools and also universities, because we want to, come back to it. We want to build. Oh, sorry. So Ernesto cannot hear a thing. I don't know if apart from Ernesto, I think also Hernan couldn't hear either. So can everybody else hear us? Just to confirm, so we can fix things.
Yeah,
I
yes,
couldn't
we.
hear you like 10 minutes ago, but I left and I entered the meeting again and I could hear you well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right.
Good. Thank you very much. I will. Okay, Hernan can already hear us. Very good. All right. So, as I was saying, we need to go out. Okay. Thank you, Hernan. So we need to go out and reach out to different universities, language schools, and schools to partner with us. Okay, and of course, the main benefit for them will be hosting events in those schools and having discounts for their participants. That's another idea that we have to, keep on building this network. Okay, because we need to rebuild, we need to reconnect with people and also with institutions. Okay, because we have been, I mean, Ventisol has been, um, you know, but it is recognized not only in Venezuela but also Latin America and the whole world. Okay, and we need to make sure that we bring that back. Okay, that uh, we keep on we keep on doing activities, that we keep on researching, on supporting teachers and also supporting learners. Okay, so that's another project that we're going to be launching hopefully very soon. We will be giving you more details. But the main one, I mean, the one like at the top of the list will be Ventisol Cafes. Okay, that's the way we're going to be starting to uh, get attention from teachers. Okay, get attention from those who may uh, may have attended any of our events in the past, and those who may have not. Okay, so that will be a great opportunity to start building that network, that local network. As Miguel said, getting them to know what Ventisol is, how the regions are divided, and what we have done in the past and what we're willing to do in the near future as well. Miguel.
Yeah. Another thing we're working on, it's promoting the organization through merch. We have already started with that. Let me show you a glimpse of what we've done so far. Um, by the way, I think it's important to mention this. Um, so far, all these things have been self-funded by Miguel and I. So, because because we just want to carry on with this. So we have already started looking for options to have merch going, and we will can continue promoting the organization through merchandising, and we are working also on a marketing plan to connect to these sponsors. Miguel was saying. There is something, there good news, and we're going to spread now. Um, we have only one of them, but joining this interim board, we have Yarinet Rojas and Vanessa Clavijo, state reps from Cojedes and Apure. They're joining this board as secretaries. So far, we're just, well, we have their okay to take this responsibility. So things are beginning to shape in the right way for us. And we also have Ernesto, I think, our second vice president some years ago. Thank you, Imran Ernesto, for joining us. So these are part of the people who are joining the interim board that's gonna transition to a elected board by all the members of the organization. So so far, this is what we have to tell you. This is not going to be just this meeting and then we're going to disappear again, because we're actually um, already with both our feet in the into the water. We have already began some of the activities and all this process, and we waited till this point to talk to you because we wanted to make sure that it wasn't just um, uh, um, a, a word to say and nothing to be done. In this case, is a lot to be done based on what we have already started doing. So we wanted to talk to you face to face. We didn't want you to know it, over the graveyard. Just well, I think these people are doing something, but what are they doing? So we wanted to tell you straight, so you would actually at this moment have any questions we could answer. If there are any comments, this is a good time to do that. And also, we also want to know if you want to carry on as state reps. That's a key question. I know, and I like to think that just by the fact that you're here, you want to continue as state rep. But it would be nice to know it from you, and to hear what you have to say about this. So just feel free to open your microphones and speak. So, do you have any comments or any questions?
Miguel, you could also talk about the dates for Ventisol Cafe. So we already have that.
I forgot that. I forgot that.
Yeah.
I forgot that. We're planning to have all the Ventiso cafes for September this year. The idea is having you. Well, I've given you a handout to to know how these events are going to be carried out, and the conditions, the places where you're going to be, and how people are gonna meet. But we want to do that by the first quarter of, or the first days of September. Taking the chance that schools are beginning to call teachers, and teachers will have a sort of free time to do some personal stuff out of schools. But that's the idea, having the first Diesel Cafe activities by September. Okay, guys, Ailil, Janiret, Lady, Jesus, Ernesto, Hernan said he will join later, and he did. Thank you, Hernan. I know you're quite far from our country. So, guys, any comments?
My
Continue,
hands up.
please. Yeah,
My
just go.
hands, my little hands up. Hi, everybody. It's nice to see you, meet you, hear you again. I'm happy to be here with you. And of course, as Miguel said, yes, of course, I am here because I would like to continue doing something for the organization. And as I am working at a professor at the university, so I think it would be a nice thing to, join forces to do something nice here, at least from this state. I am finishing my PhD doctorate program at ULA and at the Modern Languages School, of course. And yeah, and the dean is my academic advisor, so I have pretty nice contacts there. You are also in the School of Education, so I think it would be nice to, like, I'm going to tell this, I'm going to say this, like, take advantage of me. And and yeah, of course, I'll just wait here for your orders. And I won't be in the country for a month, but I'll come back because I'm not leaving yet. And but the university starts, I think it's the 29th, because we are leaving for vacation next week. And we will be coming back in September 29th or something like that. And I will be coming back from Chile on the 25th. So I am also working at an institution um, that is called MOA Education, and they are a private institution. It's a language academy. It's a school program. They have different things, and maybe they can also um, help with sponsorship or venue or with the teachers, etc. So I think it's a nice contact too. Thanks a lot.
Good. Thank you very much, Aileen. Well, Aileen is, for those who don't know her, I don't know if there's some of you that don't. She is Merida's state rep. I'd like to hear from from Zulia, from Marinas, Cojedes, Táchira is here, Nueva Esparta is here. Though I'm afraid with Nueva Esparta, if I go there, I'm afraid I'm gonna move there. I haven't visited Margarita because I know that I will end up moving there. So don't wait for me in, in those activities. A lady, please,
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
loud and clear.
Okay. Well, I would like to continue work with you in this Ventisol as a rep from Barinas. I don't have idea how I can I help you, but if I can do something, I can do. Okay. I congratulate all of you because working for education in our country is very important, and those ideas are wonderful. I really love it, and of course you can count on me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you sound committed. That gives, a lot of good impressions, good, good vibes. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jessica's confirming. Jarinette's confirming. Well, Ernesto's saying that I am gonna spend the whole time at the beach, but I guess you're gonna spend quite some time too. And Maracay is in. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ernesto. Um, thank you, Janet. All right. Yeah, sure. So, I don't know. And Jessica, it's here too. Our state rep for Taxi the State. So if you want to say something, if you have any questions, the floor is open for you guys.
I have a question
Yeah,
again.
yes, please.
Okay, I want to know what is the first step that we have to do to help with the Ventisol Cafe or the activity, because you said that it could be a start on September. It's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And September is right there.
What
Um,
what as a rep? we have to do to help you with that activity?
Yeah, cool. The first thing you have to think of, it's a nice place where you can host the organization, the event, all right, or the cafe. It could be a cafe, a regular cafe at a university, or it could be private cafe, cafeteria, panaderia, because our panaderias in Venezuela are quite good cafes. So if you know a place where you can host the activity, well, just start thinking about a place that's calm, easy to get, to get a conversation going, and also accessible and safe. That's basically what we would ask for. It could be a public or private place. Well, Eileen has offered already a place in the institutions where she works. That could be an option. But basically, it's a relaxed place where you can gather a group of people. And the activities in detail, we're going to share that PDF with you so you know step by step um, how things should be done. That's the first thing. The second thing, it's getting in touch with fellow English teachers. Maybe not only English teachers that studied English in the university, but English teachers that are working as English teachers, but they studied different majors, or maybe they haven't started yet, because I have some teachers. I know some teachers that they didn't go to the university to study anything, but they are already working as English teachers. They have taken like 5 or 6 open courses or MOOCs, and they are quite into English teaching, but they haven't started the university. So all English teachers are welcome. So start contacting these people, and so tell them to spread the word, the date, the tentative date, so you can have a group of people joining you, and we're gonna give you the instructions of what should be done that day. Also, don't work by yourself. Have at least a group of teachers that will help you carrying out the activities. Like have support from 2 teachers minimum. So um, in case something happens, somebody else can carry on with the activities, and support is always needed. You will need supports to have. Yeah, that's a word that we haven't used in quite some time, Ernesto. Helping hands. Yeah, some helping hands. So people that can support you in anything you will do in the cafe. That's basically the 3 things you have to start thinking about right now. And of course, the instructive is going to be later.
Yeah, I think that
Any
would be a great
questions?
idea to host it in a, as Miguel was saying, a public university or language school, so we can also start, getting familiarized with the people there, and we can start building those networks, and getting support from them. The idea is that it is not an activity that's going to be paid. It's something that is completely free, but we can also get some sponsorship, some at least a tiny cup of black coffee. That would be great to share among the people who are there. And if you have like your own thermo, well, you take your thermo with you, and then you share coffee with the rest. The idea is that to get people together for this activity.
Yeah. And since we're looking for that kind of a sponsorship, you can have sponsors promoting their brands or their businesses, and that's welcome. So far, as long as it's a free event, we're not gonna ask for money, but from for support. So if you have a company giving you the coffee and some, I don't know, some pancakes, I don't know, cupcakes or something like that, and if they want to have like um I don't know, a flag or a sign saying that they are doing that, that's also possible. You can offer that to possible sponsors, so we can have people collaborating with the organization and getting in, in touch with us. That there will be also no charge. No, not so far. Not so far. Maybe in the future we will think about a strategy to actually charge. But there would be a different situation. Well, Ernesto works with finances, I think. You started business, so you know how this thing works. So this is basically what we will be doing, like accepting any help, and we can give them the chance um, to promote their companies in return of their help. Eileen, do you want to say something? Your little hand is up. Well, I don't know, guys, if you have something else to add. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can see you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, yeah, we can hear very well. Jarinet, go ahead, Jarinet.
Jarinet, please.
Yes, hello everyone. I just want to say that we need the confirmation of the rest of the state reps. I don't know by what time, maybe next week, because we need to work on that, on the projects and so on. So it is necessary to spread the voice and try to confirm as soon as possible.
Yeah, that started true. That started true. Thank you, Janet. And yeah, we have already launched a survey on the group. I haven't checked in 3 days, but last time I checked, there were some answers, but related to the meeting. Now I will follow the same process to ask directly if you want to continue with the organization or not. But let me tell you, in case you have contacts, you are in contacts with somebody else that is not in the meeting, that if you decide not to can continue as a state rep, that doesn't mean that Ventisol is gonna ban you in any way. All right, you're still an important part of the organization. Maybe not as a state rep, but we would like to count on you as a collaborator, presenter, helping hand. Maybe you don't have enough time to commit for the position, and we will value your sincerity about that. So if I, well, this happened before with somebody that's in the meeting. So she said that I can't just commit because I'm into too many things. So maybe I will stop being in this position until I finally can go back and take the responsibility as I should. And here we are. So everybody is still welcome in different capacities. We have different things to do, and we want to count on you. But of course, being state rep requires some time and responsibility. Rewards would be many. Uh, So it's not volunteer in the case. Volunteering doesn't mean that we're gonna give you a salary out of this, but the profit will come from many other sources. So we're pretty sure you're gonna have a good time joining. Jesus was saying, yeah, 90% sure. Okay, that's a lot. That means a lot. So maybe I know Sebas in Zulia has a wonderful venue. It's one of the biggest ENCs we have in the country. So I'm pretty sure that our, or at least one of the Ventiso cafes will be will be there. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Oh, okay, guys. I don't know, Miguel, you have something else to add?
All right. Oh, thank you very much, Jesus Ernesto. All right. No, well, I mean, thank you all for taking the time to be here on a Friday night. Uh, listening to us and listening to each other, hearing these ideas that we want to really carry out. Like it's that feeling of we want to and we will do great things for Ventismo to make it as it used to be and the greatest organization for English teachers in whole Latin America and hopefully to be recognized again because we were recognized as one of the best language teaching organizations around the world at TESOL International. So we need to keep on having that standard, and even raising it even higher. So once again, thank you very much, and all of your ideas are also very welcome. We have these ideas, but we're also looking for your input. Uh, Whatever comes to your mind that can benefit a certain community of English language teachers or students are also welcome. We just need to once again keep on knocking on doors, keep on reaching out. There are ways to get sponsorship, but if we don't go and knock on those doors, we won't ever know. Okay, so let's keep on, rebuilding Ventisol stronger together this time. Yes, we are getting some notes, and we're also getting a recording of the whole meeting that we will be sharing in the groups. Jesus Amado. We cannot hear me. Yeah.
I was muted.
Okay.
Yarinet's also taking some notes. So yeah, we're sharing this.
All right.
Well, guys, uh, many teachers need a space for our professional development. That's true. That's true. And one of the things we were always looking for it's giving English teachers the position and the prestige they need to have. Sometimes when you mention English teacher, there are two reactions from people that yeah, or it's just a teacher. But we have the chance to do something important just by the fact that we're teaching language. We're not just teaching languages. We're teaching culture. We're teaching so many aspects. We're teaching soft skills. We're teaching values. So we're not just English teachers. We do a lot more. And that's why this professional development is important for all of our fellow teachers. That's why we are still on we're still on board with Ventis. So guys, I am I'm very happy to be here with you again. And next meetings will be announced on the groups. If you have any one-on-one questions, feel free to text either Miguel Perez or myself. Of course, knowing that everybody's got a quite busy schedule, just feel free to text or send a voice note, and we will be, answering. as soon as we can. And I think that by next week and the end of the next week, we will have the manual or the guide to host the TESOL cafes. Yeah, sure, sure, sure. We'll be in touch. So feel free to contact me anytime soon. If you have any ideas are more than welcome. We need your ideas because this is not a Miguel and Miguel effort. This is a community. We are a community, and we want you all to be active members of the community. Well, Miguel, I think
Yeah, I think we're pretty much done for tonight. And once again, there will be a recording of this session, and Jarinette will be in charge of the minutes that she's going to be also sending to everybody. Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
let us know if you want one of these.
All right. Definitely.
Yeah, I knew it, I knew it. Everybody wants one of those.
Yeah.
Well, we're working on that.
Mhm. Awesome.
Okay, guys, have a good night. Have a wonderful and awesome weekend. Have some rest and stay in touch.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you all for
Bye
coming.
bye.
Bye.